Viewers, we are here on Republic Day, on Republic TV, are showcasing India's heroes. And joining us is Mr. Romulus Whitaker. He is also known as India's Snake Man. He's an American-born Indian herpetologist and wildlife conservationist. He is into conservation of wildlife. In fact, his name is synonymous. India's fight to protect reptiles is synonymous with one name, Romulus Whitaker, who's going to join us after this report. India's snake man and a hardcore reptile. He's into conservation of reptiles. He has spent more than 6 decades understanding and protecting snakes, crocodiles, and fragile habitats across the country. Padma Shri awardee Romulus Whitaker's work has reshaped wildlife conservation in India. Here's a report, and then we will come to you, Mr. Whitaker, to understand your journey.
Thank you.
Romulus Whitaker's fascination with reptiles began at an early age. What started as a childhood curiosity soon turned into a lifelong mission, protecting some of India's most misunderstood and endangered species. In 1969, Whitaker founded the Madras Snake Park, one of India's first reptile parks aimed at conservation. This was followed by the Madras Crocodile Bank in 1976, which went on to become a global center for crocodile research and breeding. One of his most impactful initiatives came in 1978 in the form of the Irula Snake Catchers Cooperative. By empowering tribal snake catchers to extract venom humanely, Whitaker helped ensure a steady supply of venom for antivenom production, saving countless lives across India. At the Agumbe Rainforest Research Station, he pioneered the research on king cobras. 2 reptile species are also named after him as a tribute to the man who dedicated his life to protect India's reptiles. He is the personification of reptile conservation. He makes us all proud to be an Indian.
All right, so viewers, Mr. Whitaker continues to stay with us on Republic. Mr. Whitaker, you know, when we talk about snakes, reptiles at large, crocodiles, fascination may not be the top emotion that comes to everyone's mind. I want to understand, how did your journey start, you know, in becoming the snake man of India?
That's a good question, and you're right about people's reactions to reptiles. It's not usually smiley, but yeah, I started very young. When I was about 4 years old, I brought a snake home to my mother, and instead of being the average mother who said, "Get that thing out of here," she said, "Wow, it's gorgeous." Now, that was a change for me, and probably changed my life for forever, and I just stuck with it. I came to India when I was only 8 years old, and I sort of ended up in the land of snakes, just the right thing for a boy who was already impassioned by reptiles. But I realized that something had to be done to popularize them, or at least to get people's attitudes changed, because snakes were getting killed. Well, they still are getting killed because of people's fear of them. So I've more or less spent my life trying to get people change their attitude toward these wonderful creatures.
Right, Mr. Whitaker. Well, you know, this awareness program has been going for since 1980s, and you know, India has evolved a lot. There has been a lot of urbanization across the length and breadth of the country. How do you feel that this movement and these initiatives by you, how has it you know, protected, because this goes in line with the environmental goals, biodiversity, so on and so forth? If you could just highlight the importance, the role this movement plays, and protecting snakes, how does it become so important?
Well, what's interesting is that when I first started out in '69, there were hardly any sort of snake lovers or even people who would pay attention to them. There was already, Project Tiger had started, and people's interest in the large megafauna of India was very, very well entrenched. But it's just amazing now in the last 20, 30 years how many people are very interested in the snakes. So times have changed greatly, and I guess I could be blamed for part of it by starting the Snake Park and the Croc Bank and, you know, keeping up my movies and stuff like that. But it is very, very important that we look at animals, including snakes, as part of our heritage and part of the biodiversity of India is just almost the greatest in the world. So, yeah, we have to keep with it.
Yes, and Mr. Whitaker, we know that species like snakes and crocodiles are very misunderstood. Many people are scared of them, especially children are scared of them. And you have dedicated your life to protect them and to also start India's first reptile park. So what led to your love towards reptiles? Was there some particular moment in your life?
Well, like I said, starting out very early, I was born and raised up in New York, where northern New York State had a lot of snakes around, strangely enough, but they're all non-venomous. So I was very lucky that I had a mother who encouraged me at that time. So coming to India, things changed greatly for me. I realized that, well, I had to be very careful not to pick up the wrong snake. I might get bitten. So it took a little while for me to learn the snakes of India. But I just, I don't know, I just kept proselytizing. I kept sort of like a missionary, so to speak, but definitely not religious. But just to try to tell people and teach people that, look, these animals aren't out to get you. They're frightened of us. Snakes are very scared of us. We've just got to be very careful and not to step on them. And everything will be okay.
Well, we do salute your spirit and your contribution. We really appreciate you, Mr. Whitaker, for joining us on Republic TV. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks very much. My pleasure.
And we